I'm the one-eyed, thick-thighed WOAD, and you're watching O-Face Wrestling.
What's good, guys? It's the Wrestle Bay of Professional Wrestling Vanity, your your BCW Women's Champion, and I wanted to give a shout out to the best O-Face Wrestling. You guys gotta check them out. Come on now, get on it. Love you guys. Bye.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today on O-Face Wrestling. This is your host JT and co-host Brianna, and today we are joined by the WOAD and Vanity. So thanks for joining us today, ladies.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
So we're really excited to have you part of this 2-year anniversary edition, having two wrestlers on the show at the same time. This is the first time that Brianna has been a part of one of these episodes. This is actually my third time doing something like this. So really excited. I think this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Let's do this.
Let's do this. So as always, Brianna, I'll let you start with the first question.
I appreciate it. Ladies first. Well, congratulations to our anniversary. And I actually, a couple of days ago, ran across a match. I believe that you two actually wrestled each other. And I was really curious to know. I mean, obviously, I bet it was very fun. It was probably very interesting because there were crowds there. But how was that match? And how was your time in the ring together?
I think that's what we were excited. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was okay. Other than it being completely awesome, because we've never had the chance, we've yet to face off in the ring in front of a crowd before. So that match was just basically us like feeling each other out, and it was hard hitting, and we both know the other person was going to bring it. We both knew the other girl was going to bring it. So, we just wanted to show the competitiveness of, two thick, curvy women in the ring. And, it's just not all about, oh, you're going to see thighs and booty. And it's about, it's still about wrestling and hard hitting. And because, we got more mass. So best believe we want to use that mass to kick each other's ass. So
that was amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun. We've never been in the ring before. So once we looked at the lineup and we were just like, oh yeah, we gave each other like a look like, okay, because it was long overdue for me and her to be in the ring, and there was no crowd, but we were still feeling each other out. It was like, okay, give me what you got and I'll give you what you got, and we still made it fun. And I can't wait to do it with the crowd in the ring. But
yes,
we brought it our all though. No crowd or crowd, like we brought everything that we got.
Yes.
Yeah. Was it difficult, or has it been difficult, I guess, doing, these kind of shows with no crowds? Like, do you think that's really kind of hit the indie scene a little harder than it's hit, the bigger promotions, given that they have TV and everything?
Well, I would say yes and no, because I say yes because I feel that it definitely takes away from the intensity, of being in front of a crowd, because you feed off the crowd. You do. You feed off their emotions, you feed off the vibes they're giving, you feed off, how they're acting, how they're reacting, everything. So yes, on that part, but also I'm going to say no, because I feel that it gave the wrestling world more time to be creative on social media, and everybody's on social media. So I feel that it benefits both ways.
Oh, for sure. I tag along on that. And I feel like, how people have gears and emotions certain days? It's like, okay, when there's not a crowd, you have to put on like a certain gear to, I wouldn't say take over the crowd or like make sure like make pretend there's a crowd there, but you're working as harder when there's no crowd. It's like, all right, what else do I got to do? I still got to be on them. Even though there's no, nobody in the facility or whatever, I'm still showing my thing. So it makes it even as harder, but still worth it. It makes you keep thinking like, what can you do? So yeah.
Keeps you creative. Definitely keeps you creative.
And so I have to ask about that match too, because I did not know that you two even had a match against each other. When I looked it up on YouTube, I saw that and it said it was a Mission Pro Wrestling, event, but it wasn't one of those actual like the events that they do with the crowds. And was that like one of the custom matches that they do?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
And
a really good lineup for custom matches, because like I said, I didn't even know I was going against her that day. And they keep everything professional, but like it was so exciting to be like, oh, I got you. And now we have to switch the gear. Like I said, there's no crowd here, so we just flew in that day or the day before too. So it's like, all right, let's gear up, let's do this. And we was hitting hard.
yeah. Yes, we were. And that's one of the other things I really love about Mission Pro and title match wrestling. It's even when it comes to customs, it's different than other promotions when they have customs. Everybody knows how customs are in this business. It could go so far as to be extreme, or as sexual, or it could be, standard wrestling. And I love the fact that Mission Pro, even when it comes to their customs, they still want to show how, it's not just about the beauty, it's not just about the angles, it's not just about the looks, it's about the wrestling and the kind of matches that you can have. Like she and I, we have been waiting to get in the ring with each other for years. And we saw this opportunity and we like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go all out. I mean, this is what Mission Pro is about. Even when it comes to their customs, this is what they're about. So we're going to act like this is a freaking, real match, because to us, it was.
Yeah. And we were dripping in sweat. We were in Texas, like already dripping in sweat from other matches. And then like, it was our turn. And I was like, gear change. And then like, nothing mattered. Once the guy said, are you ready? I was like, yes, like ring the bell.
I was very interesting, JT, if you like really watch that match now, knowing what we know that they had just gotten out of the ring. It's like you would have never expected you two just got out of the ring, because it was just so much energy. It was so much like, it almost looked as if it was like a debut, almost like when you come out with your first debut, you're full of energy, and it really did not stray too far from that energy, that those feelings that I felt when you two got into the ring with each other. And it definitely shows, when you guys obviously wrestle other folks as well.
Yes.
So
and that's actually what it was like for me. It was like my debut match against her. I've wanted to wrestle her for so long, and I wanted to step in the ring with her. And we've been on the same promotions throughout the years, and we've yet to step in the ring with each other. So like when we saw this opportunity, we had to take it. Like we had to bring her all.
Yeah, that's cool, especially within the industry. Well, I guess within your niche of the industry, that you can kind of want matches with folks and that actually be something that you get. I think that there's a lot of brand allegiance when it comes to the bigger promotions, where it's like there may be people in one promotion, they want to fight someone in a different promotion, but that just will never happen because they're just in two different companies. Whereas it's kind of the indie scene seems to kind of really be like, especially now, I guess in COVID, and they can just be creative. They're like, yeah, you can fight kind of whoever you want. And JT may know more about it, but maybe that has existed long before, everything that's been going on in the world as of now. So
yeah, exactly. Like it from what I've heard, obviously you could fight whoever you want, but you kind of have to get the get lucky enough to be booked at the same event at the same time and stuff like that, because there's hundreds of different promotions out there. And like I've talked to plenty of wrestlers, like I really want to wrestle this person, but we just haven't gotten booked at the same event. So it kind of is not necessarily what you want. Does the specific promotion want you in her kind of situation, and then is that person available to be at that same booking as you? Because a lot of indie wrestlers, like you're on the go constantly, being booked here, there, so it's kind of like sometimes regardless of how much you want it, like you might not get it ever or for a while, so. And it depends on where you all live too and how far apart, because a lot of wrestlers tend to kind of stay in a certain area. Some will travel farther, but it does seem like a lot of wrestlers tend to kind of stay in some kind of like radius, and area and stuff like that. So it's just kind of
I mean, like just Like I even told Vanity, I said I would love to even tag up with her one day. Like if we didn't live so far away from each other, like I would love for us, like just to be the tag team TNA, and it's total nonstop annihilation. And it's like that's what we bring, and it's like because that's what we are. And
it's like
if we weren't, yes, like if we didn't stay so far away from each other, like hopefully once wrestling is up and running again, like completely, and like. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we could do it at Shine Wrestling. Maybe we could do it at Mission Pro. Like anywhere. I would just love to tag up with you. I would love that. I think that will be. That's something that I feel the wrestling world just haven't seen yet. I mean, they've seen other tag teams, but I feel if you and I were to tag up with each other, that's something the wrestling world would not be able to handle. It would be something completely. Yes.
Yeah,
it would be amazing.
So brand new. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes.
Come the Titans, WOAD. I'm so like upset. So I've been going to this promotion in New Jersey. It's Titans Championship Wrestling. They have a Goddesses Award event. So Vanity was advertised to be at the one that I was going to. I was so excited. Like you have no idea. I got a DM that morning from her saying that she wasn't going to be there because she was feeling ill. And ever since then, like I talked to one of the owners here and there, and I tell them like, book Vanity. I will sponsor the match. I don't care. Like book Vanity. So yeah,
still talk to me. You know, it's still open.
Yeah, I hope it happens, and if WOAD gets there too, and you are like attacking, that would be dope. And that was actually one of my questions too. Like, if you two like were to team up together, who would be like your most desired team to go against?
You know what? I would have to say Jordan Grace and Lufisto if they got back together as Thick Mama Pump.
Yes.
And it would be thick versus thick, just chocolate and vanilla, which I think is so cool. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I would like to go against Tasha Steeles and Kiera Hogan. Even the Twisted Sisters who have invited us to Mission Pro. Honestly, anybody on the map, because I feel like me and the WOAD could really just bring it and bring all of it and bring everything. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
That's like a dream tag team that I just want to see you two together in a tag team like that. You would just destroy everyone. And you would vibe so well together. It would be so fun, whether you were heels or faces. Like it would just be fun to watch. Now, would you all prefer to be heels together or face?
It wouldn't even matter. I feel like we could just blend anywhere. Like I said, with Shine, with Lucha Libre, with any promotion. Beyond put us with the guys, let's do intergender. I feel like we could do so much.
Yes, definitely. God, this needs to happen.
I know, girl.
Go on, just sitting here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna start a hashtag on Twitter to get promotions to do this, get the idea out there and see how it, what everyone else thinks about it.
Don't even wait for a promotion, dude. Just make your own. Just bring it.
Just show up at an event together and be like, we're doing this.
Overdue for, like, intergender wrestling. We are so overdue for like all women of all colors and all shapes and sizes to like be consistently in title shots and title matches, and because it's so much talent out there that I think obviously there's a lot of promotions that profit off of pretty privilege, but like we just have to, I feel like the most fun that I ever have with wrestling is watching different people wrestle and watching intergender wrestling whenever that does happen. And I think sometimes we just have to make our own. I think it's high time that like we can start a business and that business be wrestling. O-Face Wrestling becomes a brand and everyone can come and be trained and be a part of it. That's just what I think.
I've been thinking about that too, because it's like my dream to start my own wrestling promotion. I doubt I'll ever get to that point, but I was like, you know what? I could make O-Face Wrestling an actual promotion in Maryland and see where it goes, but maybe one day.
And that's like, I mean, it's possible because, Thunder Rosa did it. Like, look what she did with Mission Pro, like this is probably, if not the top, definitely in the top 5 women's promotion, if not the number 1. Like it's so different, and it has, you know, different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different characters, different gimmicks, and that I feel that was what was lacking in female wrestling. And just seeing and being a part of Mission Pro and watching it thrive, you know, Thunder Rosa is clearly doing the right thing when it comes to women's wrestling. Like being in that locker room, being around all those amazing women, like no egos, no, it's just a great environment. And that's something I feel that's really lacking in women's locker room. Because everybody, you know, we're women, so we know how we are. We can get catty, we can get jealous, we can be sensitive, but being in the Mission Pro locker room, I felt nothing but love and support from every female. Like everybody wanted everybody to be better and great. And like, that's what I feel that we need. That's what women's wrestling need.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. It was so welcoming to be there, especially for your debut, you know, flying in, having Thunder Rosa hit you up, and just having her see the spark in you to just even get an email. Flying down there, she has you situated already in an Airbnb, which was nice. And she really spends time on us. It wasn't just, hey, you're booked and that's it. She asked us if we were okay. She gave us food. Like all the girls, it felt like a sorority for once. Like we weren't thinking about like the negative. All we were thinking about is our match and how we can do better, and like all these opportunities that our other girls are getting, or how great everyone's being treated. I was like, Jazz was there to take care of us. You know, and then she watched our matches, and then she gave us, you know, a good comebacks, what we can work on, and definitely come back. They were so welcoming. It's really mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's just lifted. I feel that Mission Pro lifts up every female wrestler that's a part of the show, and I feel that that's something that you know, that's really lacking in women's wrestling. And I feel like that's something that we as women wrestlers should do more. We should lift each other up more, because this business is big enough for everybody. And I feel the one way where we can solidify our spot in this business and show that we're not just about our bodies, show that we're actually a main event, that we're a main attraction. We're not just, you know, this stereotypical women's female wrestling. Like, no, we have a spot in this. I feel the only way that we can make it better is if we lift each other up.
Yeah. And even the stage crew, like everyone was lifting each other up. Like the cameramen, I just bought a camera, and he was like helping me film like after my match, and like, hey, can I hold this for you? Do you need that? If we were away from our merch table, we knew we were going to be safe, you know?
Yep.
And like, it was just Mission Pro is all about it. I'm telling you. Title match too. Go check them out. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That's been the experience, because hearing you guys talk about women being supportive of women, you know, wrestling is kind of one of those industries where, I mean, you pretty much can be anything, and you don't have to be a copy of someone else. Like everybody can have their gimmick. Everyone can be great in their own. Like one of the few industries where you can be, there can only be one Vanity, and there can only be one WOAD, and there can only be one Thunder Rosa, there can only be one Sasha Banks, there can only be one, there's always, there's just, you're you, and that's unique to you. And it's no real reason to be in competition with anybody. And I feel like, you know, obviously promotions have made that a competition in itself, because that's what it is, but then, you know, you're dealing with egos and people feeling like, well, I'm not getting a lot of title shots like this person, and maybe I need to switch my gimmick up so I can be more like that person that's getting more title shots. And, you know, I feel it should just be the opposite. Like you are literally your own brand, and you can be you, and that's the best part of being you, is that you are you in the ring, and there's no other person like you.
Exactly.
And it's really good to hear that there are out there that are kind and they support other women. They're not advocating for women to be in competition with each other. We're like in every other aspect of society, that's what we're doing. And it's always so good to hear it. And I'm sure that like with the advantages come the disadvantages, and have there really been any disadvantages and like things that have kind of set you back, or you felt like it set you back in your positions?
Well,
sorry, hard stuff now.
when it comes to me, I mean, I don't know who all knows my story or anything, but I'm half blind. So that was, well, I'm not going to say it was hard getting used to, because I've dealt with that my whole life. I felt the hardest part for me was actually revealing it to the wrestling world, because I felt that they would pity me, or, people wouldn't trust me in the ring and so forth. But, then I realized, I have been doing this. I've already been doing this before anybody ever knew about it. So I basically have nothing to prove to anyone. So I feel that was, as far as disadvantages, I try not to see things as disadvantages. I try to see it as, okay, well, it just wasn't my time. It's just not meant to be for me right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, honestly, because I feel if you look at it as a disadvantage, you're going to be freaking depressed. Like, it's going to make you hate the business. Mm-hmm. Because, instead of, social media hypes everything up tenfold, and you see everybody else getting these things, and you're going to look at yourself and like, oh, well, hey, I'm not doing this. What am I doing that's wrong? Instead of, well, hey, let me make myself better. Let me do what's best for me. Let me do what I know I can do best.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's always been through it or had some type of criticism, but I don't know. I just knew coming into this industry that someone was going to say something. So I just got used to it. And I knew that the first people that would say something are the closest to you, whether it's in your training school, whether it's the girls, whether it's the boys, whether it's the fans. But as long as you stay true to yourself, then someone's always got something to say. That's it. It's hard sometimes, but you just gotta roll with the punches. And as you keep coming back, that's how you get your respect. Like, okay, your tough skin is coming through. And it's just like, I never cared from the beginning, Mm-hmm. So it's hard, especially with mental awareness, and, things build up really quickly, but you just gotta come back. If you love it so much, come back, because you will find support. And it's hard to find that support, but you will find it.
Yes, it really is. Like, I never thought I'd get the support I have now from fans and wrestlers. Like, when I told the wrestling world about my vision journey, and it's just, I've had people message me telling me like, hey, you're an inspiration. You're motivating. You're inspiring a whole new generation of people that have vision impaired problems, that were told that they can't do their dream because of this, that, and the third. And all this time, I'm just trying to live my dream, So I feel like, instead of seeing it as a disadvantage, I feel that, you definitely got to have thick skin for this. And also just try to look at it as maybe it just wasn't your time, because wrestling is big enough for everybody. And I told myself the only way I will not be successful is if I stop trying. And I know I'm never going to stop trying. And the only way I'm ever going to stop trying is if I lose vision, if I lose my other eye. So like, that's the only way I'm ever going to stop. So, and I know I will succeed if I don't stop. So I know I'm going to succeed.
Exactly. And it is very inspiring because like, how many wrestlers do you see out there wrestling with one eye? Like, you don't really see it that often. I mean, you're the only one I've actually ever seen, but like, it shows that, you can do anything. And I even saw a wrestler on Hood Slam before wrestling with one leg. Like, he didn't have like a fake leg. He literally was hopping with one leg. I was like, wow, like, people could really do like anything. Like,
anything.
And I think that's great, because there's a lot of people out there who are told they can't do this because of this reason. And, people like you to be the one, that really give people that motivation to live their life and do what they want to do,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And speaking kind of like a piggybacking off of a few things Brianna said and all that. So she had mentioned that like in the indies, you could be yourself. There's only one WOAD, there's only one Vanity. Like, when was the first time that you both heard about each other, and what was your first thought? You know, especially like Vanity. Like, what was your thought when you heard about a wrestler? You know, wrestling with one eye and stuff like that. So I just want to know like your thoughts on each other.
Well, I mean, before the WOAD, I knew her as original Dementia Rose. Like, who was it? It was Aja Pereira and Big Swole before she was Big Swole. Like, I didn't know that there were other Black girls, down south. And I'm just like over here, like, where are my people? And yeah, we eventually got to meet at a what was it? The Evolve seminar, like design stuff.
Yeah.
But like I already knew about her when she was Dementia Rose, and I was just dying to meet them. It wasn't even getting in the ring. I was just dying to speak about wrestling or our experiences behind the scenes, or hey girl, do you feel like this? And they would just be like, yeah, bitch, I feel that all the time. They didn't make me feel weird about the experiences I was going through, because like I say, some racial stuff do occur, and you just need your sisters or somebody that you could relate to. And I found that, I found them. It just took time. So like I say, if you stick the course and take your time, you will find your support. Like you'll find it.
Yeah.
And wrestlers down in Georgia, because that's where you're from, right? You're from Atlanta. Whoa.
Yes, I am. I'm a homegrown Southern Georgia peach.
So I wasn't born in Atlanta. I was born in Macon. So
okay, yeah. All right.
But I lived in Decatur for a while, Decatur County. So I always thought that was pretty cool that we were from the same.
Be more over here.
You're from up north. Oh, that's right. He's from the north side.
Jersey bumpkins.
I had a question and I can't remember what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, threw you off the be more comment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it. What is the question that I have?
Is it about me stealing dogs? Because I don't steal dogs, I acquire dogs.
Where did that even come from, that you steal dogs, acquire dogs?
Well, I feel that I have the right to take any dog I want. And I think that stealing is such an ugly word, so I prefer the term acquire, because,
If you follow her on Instagram, I think you'll probably get an idea. You always see her with dogs.
And I think you had mentioned it. I was like, what does that mean? I was like, all right, this acquires dogs. Obviously, I had a question about the, and it kind of piggybacks off of JT's question, was like dream matches and like people that, you would want to go up against, and doesn't matter promotion, doesn't matter indie or not. Who would it be? And like, let's just say it's pay-per-view worthy. It's your main event. Who in the ring with?
Jazz. Definitely Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was so grateful to tag up with her this past weekend. And like, I almost started crying at the end of the match. Like, that's how emotional it was for me. Because it was everything. And it was a great match. But just tagging up with her and being in the same ring with her, and it goes from watching her on TV to this, and it's like, what is life right now? Like, but yeah, definitely Jazz. I would love to have a one-on-one match with her. And I know she's doing her retirement tour, and I'm just fingers crossed that.
Oh my God, she is?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I saw those posts. It looked really emotional, like you two hugging and stuff like that. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely that would mean a lot to you.
it was great. It was really, really great. Like it was amazing. And just talking with her and her, she motivates me, and she sees my worth, my talent, and she puts me over to people, and she really thinks so high of me. And it's like, it's so great to have someone, an idol that sees, how hard you've been working, and sees your talent and sees your worth. And, it's just, I'm trying not to. Oh, but yeah, it was really, really great. And that's something I'm just going to cherish forever. Like, that's just, that moment I'm just going to keep right in here. It's just for me.
Aww. See, for me,
Brianna, you okay?
See, for me, all I can say is anyone, anywhere, anytime, especially pay-per-view.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just going to keep it simple because I have such a long list. But yeah, anyone, anywhere, anytime, definitely pay-per-view, because we're always pay-per-view ready,
Yes.
Now, I got one question for you all left, because I know there's a time limit on this. And this is actually a really fun one. So it's basically, I'm going to ask you both the same question, but in two different ways. So I'm going to start with you, Vanity. So I know you've mentioned before that you like a lot of rock music, El Nino, Slipknot, Atreyu, so on and so forth. But you've mentioned before that you've never had like a rock theme as like your music because it doesn't fit your character. But if you were to pick a rock song as your theme music, what song would it be?
Oh my God. It would probably be El Nino, Alive. Oh, wait, is it Non-Point? No, Non-Point, Alive and Kicking. I think I just put them on one of my stories. Or it would probably be Atreyu, Dean the Arsonist. Or the regular Slipknot, Wait and Bleed. But that's
I love
my
that
top
song.
three. Yeah, probably Wait and Bleed. Like, that's a classic. But yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely a classic. El Nino, the only song I know about is How Can I Live. I haven't really checked out their other stuff, but I think I need to now.
Oh, you have to check out Non-Point, right?
Is that a band or a song?
That's a band. It's a band.
No, I've never heard of them.
And oh my boy, I gotta make a playlist now. You're gonna make me go back to high school and make a playlist for you.
I will definitely look them up then, because I know you got the same taste as me, so I think I'll like it.
Yeah. Get you though.
What was that for you?
I was just asking why she thought rock music wouldn't fit them in.
I don't even know. I knew I liked rock music and stuff, but it just didn't go with my gimmick so much, or even my moves. Like, I know at that time I was coming out, Cardi B wasn't even out yet, but I was like into the street stuff, and like, the wardrobe, and like, the way that I talk and how I used to cut promos. I used to call myself the OG doll, and coming out to rock music just like didn't mesh with it so well. So I came out to Rihanna.
Okay. That's just interesting. I'm all for alt black women for the win. And used to be a Slipknot fan. Well, I don't know. I really get back into just all music anyway, but I was just
I think it was with Nevaeh Chantel we were talking about. Like, I think, was it Good Charlotte you liked, or who were we talking about?
We were talking about we talking about everybody. So
we did talk about Good Charlotte. I remember that.
Good Charlotte.
That is my high school right there. I've been listening to it.
I was in middle school.
Yeah, I was in high school when I got into them. I think that's when the second CD they had came. I think it was called Young and Hopeless.
Yeah.
That was my favorite CD by them. I love that.
I had
Young and I'm Hopeless. Oh my God.
Yeah, Evanescence used to be like, was middle school for me. I had the Open Door. I had that on CD, and I think I played it until the thing broke.
That's how much. Man, Evanescence was my shit. Evanescence was mine. I love that.
And Disturbed. I love Disturbed, like old Disturbed.
Yes, Down with the Sickness.
And of course, we can't forget about Linkin Park and My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yes. All right, guys, I have to make my exit though, but thank you for having me on this
Absolutely.
episode of the podcast. This was so fun. It was nice
It
to
was.
meet you, Bree.
Nice to meet you, Vanity. I love the time we got to talk.
No problem. Let's do this again. And WOAD, I love you. All right, have a good one,
Bye,
guys.
Vanity.
Bye.
All right.
So Woad had to answer her question about music.
Oh yeah, so if you got to pick any theme for your or any music for your theme and you got to have that performer like actually play it live for you like WrestleMania style, who would you pick? Who would you want playing the song live for you?
Honestly, I'd say anything by System of a Down.
Ooh.
I love System of a Down.
I remember listening to their one song, what was it called? It was like one of their first big hits.
BYOB.
No, it wasn't
Yes.
BYOB. It was
it
Forsaken
Chop
Me or
Suey?
something like. I think it was Chop Suey.
Chop Suey.
Yeah.
Still to that.
Yeah, that was the song I listened to. Like for the longest time, I did not get into BYOB until like years after it came out, to be honest with you. My friend had, because you remember on MySpace how you could have like a song on your profile? My friend had that song forever. And he really loved that BYOB.
It slapped.
I've heard anyone say that in a while. Have you heard the new like term that a lot of people are saying on TikTok is like it's bussin'?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been saying that a lot too. That's like the cool thing to say now.
I love that I'm becoming a boomer now, but like I'm one of those boomers that like kids come up with stuff and I'm like, this is the funniest thing that you guys have ever come up with. You guys are so funny.
The dances that they're coming up with are so like they're funny. I can't do them the same. My life I've tried, like the Orange Justice. I cannot do that dance.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
I'm like, all power to you. I can't keep up. I probably look stupid trying to say and do half the stuff y'all do, but it's funny. So y'all keep me laughing. They keep
I'm not hating at all. I like it. Like I know when we were younger, we would do our thing, and our parents were like, "What are you doing? Like that's so dumb." And now we see how like, and it's making us feel old now, seeing all these like kids doing all these new things. But I try to keep up with some of the stuff.
You call that, yeah. We're the parents now. Like, what's going on? Oh yes.
Did Brianna, did you have any questions? Well,
No,
I have some hot questions too. I'll get to them last.
because I don't think I have any. I think WOAD and Vanity answered mine. It was great talk. Exceeded expectations.
Thank you.
It did. So I got 3 hot questions for you, Wood. I wanted to throw at you real quick.
Okay.
So Michael Jordan or LeBron?
Oh wow.
Michael Jordan.
What even is
Sasha
that?
or Bianca?
Wait, who?
Sasha or Bianca?
Bianca.
Cardi or Megan?
Megan.
I figured you would say
yes,
Megan. I know you
definitely
mentioned before you were big.
Megan. Megan all day. Like, I love Megan Thee Stallion. She's all I listen to when I get ready for my match. Like, I just love her. Like, I adore Megan Thee Stallion. I will listen to anything she puts out. She is in a whole new league by herself. I don't care what anybody says about Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. No, there's only one Megan Thee Stallion.
See, I heard about her for the first time like a little over a year ago. One of my coworkers was telling me about her, and then the first like song I heard from her was WAP, but that was with Cardi. But then I heard the song Body. I really like the song. Like I actually listen to that song pretty often. That's one of my favorites. I like the beat. Like it just makes you want to dance.
Of course, it makes you want to shake your ass.
It,
like that is definitely some ass shaking music. Like it is. Like come on, let's be real about it. She got some beats to make you just want to just start gyrating. Like
she makes. Yeah, I mean it's hard to argue with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's one other song by her that you would recommend that I should check out?
All of them.
All of them?
My favorite is and it's not Savage because everybody knows Savage. I'm trying to think of. There's so many of them.
Captain Hook is my favorite person.
I love Captain Hook. I love Diamonds too. I love the one with her and Normani. I love that one. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either. You can't go wrong with either. And then like her videos are so awesome because you can see a thick ass, beautiful woman just killing it on each verse, and she's just so beautiful to look at. Like, I love Megan so much. I would love it if she ever did my entrance music. Like, I would just lose my shit.
That would be
What-
so.
What song would you pick by her to do your entrance?
Oh, either. Oh. You can't go wrong. Like, you cannot. Like, I legit channel my inner Megan Thee Stallion when I'm like getting ready for a match, because she embodies everything. Like, she's beautiful, she's tough, she's rough, she's brutal. Like, she will murder anybody to try to come at her. And it's like, yo, that's what I'm about. That's what the WOAD is about. So yeah.
Exactly. I love it.
It's a gimmick, definitely.
But yeah, that ends like all the questions that we had for you. So I have to thank you so much again. Like I said, having both you and Vanity on the show is like definitely a dream episode, and I'm glad I got to do it.
That's so cute. I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, just like really fanboyed out like when you have two.
Thank y'all for having me. You know, I'm always down for that.
Hell yeah. And I know I'm going to put everything in the description anyway, but did you want to share your social media and any like merch and all for the listeners?
Oh, yes. You can get this shirt. Get this. This is at fullygimmick.com/thewoad. I'm also on prowrestlingtees.com/thewoad. And you can get your face mask, because we still got to wear our face masks. You can get the WOAD face mask and have me sit on your face and save lives at luchawear.art. That's LUCHAWEAR.ART. Also, if you want me to personally mail them out to you, I will happily do that. I'm very active on my social media. I try to interact with all my fans. I may not be able to get to everybody, but I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on TikTok. But mostly my TikTok is just puppy videos. But just type in the WOAD and I'll pop up.
All right, I'll put the links to all those platforms and your merch sites on the description below. Also, make sure you give us a sub on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff, exactly. So thank you all for tuning in to this episode of O Face Wrestling, and thank you so much again, Will, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Y'all be
No problem.
safe.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.